this video we're going to be covering our 90-90 hip stretch. So we're going to go through both the hip external rotation stretch as well as internal rotation. We're going to start with the hip external rotation. So first thing is we're going to step in that 90-90 position. So on the ground here, I want to ensure I'm sitting as upright as I possibly can. We're going to be different depending on our mobility and our starting point. Some of us may be slightly leaning away. As long as we're not excessively leaning, that's fine. Some of us may be easily able to stay upright over the hip and the pelvis. Now, either way, we want to look for about a 90-degree bend here at that front leg, so at the ankle, knee, and the hip. Likewise with that trail leg as well, want to see a 90-degree bend as well. Now, for some of us, we can even just bring that back leg forward, so it allows us to stay a little bit more upright when we're focusing on the front side of the hip, so for that hip external rotation stretch. From there, I'm going to ensure that I am starting off in that upright position, slightly extended, and I'm going to imagine there's a string attached to my sternum that's going to start to pull me forward over the front of my thigh while I'm thinking about pulling my hip and my butt back away from me. And this is going to start to create a pull in a line of stretch alongside that bottom leg and hip. Once I start to feel that stretch, I'm going to just pause and hang out, and then from here I'm going to maintain this position, focus on my breathing, slowly inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and then as we hold the prescribed duration, during those exhales we can pull a little bit gradually deeper into the stretch if it feels comfortable to do so. From there we just maintain, focus on that breathing, and then do that for the remaining duration. Now transitioning to hip internal, what I'm going to do is for this time, if I did bring that knee forward, I want to bring it back to create that 90-degree position. I'm going to take my hand on that same side, place it around my pelvis and my pocket of that side. I'm going to try and shift the pelvis forward and then start to slowly rotate my trunk and my torso, my shoulders towards the back heel. Once I feel I'm pointed towards that back heel, I'm going to try and side bend and close that space off, bring my hands back behind me to get into my end range position and into my stretch. From here, I'm just going to focus on slowly again breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And if we feel that space open up, we may notice we can a little bit more easily sit upright if we're finding initially it's a bit challenging to do so. From there, maintain this position here for the prescribed duration. Again, focusing on the breathing in and slowly out through the nose as we hold. So that is our 90-90 setup for hip external and internal rotation.